Welcome to Masters of Data, everyone. I'm Adam White, Senior Director of Technical Marketing here at Sumo Logic, and I have with me Zoe Hawkins and David Gervin. Hello, friends.
Hello,
Good to
hello. We
see
meet
y'all.
again.
Yes,
I'm here.
yeah, good times. David is here, quote unquote, because he was speaking of the topic of our conversation today at AWS reInvent last week. So, um,
Unlike us, I was
the
not there. I was in
the
my slippers.
Yeah, it was a little quieter for those of us that weren't there because
Yeah.
of the volume of people that were there. But yeah, good times. Always a good time in Vegas. But David, I know busy days, so thanks for jumping in today
Yeah.
on your first day back. So let's talk about reInvent. Huge show. I'm not even sure how many people are
I think
are
it
at
was
that
60,
show, but
62,000.
that's a lot.
That's a lot of
That's a
humans.
It's
lot
too
of
many
people.
humans.
Just shows you the volume of hotel rooms that exist on that strip of land. I
Dude,
mean,
that's the like I'm gonna start off negative. The way the
no.
Shocker,
hotels
shocker, you never.
the way the hotels set up so you have to walk in circles and they make sure you can't find where you're going.
Hmm.
Dude, I go to Vegas 3 times a year for security stuff, right? I still get lost in that damn city, and it is so
Yeah.
frustrating.
Well, it's
Then you
ever
walk.
changing too. Like,
Oh, I swear, it feels like they pick up part of the casino and shift it while I'm gone. So I'm like, I know I used to take a left here, and then I'm like, next to the 90-year-old person chain smoking at 3 in the morning playing craps, and I'm like, I'm not supposed to be here. So,
that's where they want you to be,
or
David.
That's where they want. I mean, it
that
is
wasn't craps, it was craps.
entirely by design, entirely by design to keep you trapped in the casino. But you did make it to the show floor,
I did.
and I'm dying to hear all about it. So you were given a ton of demos, we did a kind of like FOMO demo, little chat with Jake, which was awesome. So if people didn't see that episode, they can go check it out and kind of see the demos that we were showing. But love to kind of get a sense from you, like how'd that go? What was the reaction from people?
Yeah. So, well, to start it off, the expo floor is in one area, and there's three other hotels that
Of
have
course.
shows. So I went to all three of them trying to get to the expo show by the booth meeting. So I ran about 12 miles. But it was really good. Obviously, like all the SEs are just rock stars, Devin and Jake and Max and Jeff, and they just rocked out. This year, I didn't have to just do demos the whole time, which was great because we had one less screen, so I got to like talk with customers and do that kind of stuff. But um, it was pretty incredible, actually. I mean, it's a big conference and there's a lot going on, a lot to see. But our turnout, like our response and everything was really fun. We got to hang out with customers, we got to hang out with people who've been like kind of watching us for a long time and waiting to see what kind of agentic stuff we were actually going to come out with, which was great. Um, the one thing is they took away the lighted floor entering the expo that they had last year in AWS. If you're listening, that was a mistake. We need the weird, like trippy floor walking in.
the vibey floor.
Yeah, we need the vibey tunnel of flashback.
That's funny. Well, one thing that you said, David, is like we made a real point this year in the age of agentic and AI everything. Like what we brought to the demo booth was like actual running product, not Figmas or vibe coded whatnottery, like actual running code. So.
Yeah, and
And
that was
and quite a
very
lot of it
cool.
actually is either in GA already, sorry,
Yep.
or in beta with live customers. So,
Yep.
that was a definitely a triumph.
Yeah, we were running environments with the real code that our customers are using or our beta customers are using. I think that was a standout point. I had multiple people tell me like, it seems like everybody's just showing me videos or click-throughs. And I was like, I'd said this, 6 months ago, I was talking about we're trying to get to market with stuff that's not fake, that actually works. We've had some bumps in the road, we're doing bleeding edge stuff but we got to the market with stuff that actually works. And the response was kind of like, oh crap, this is what everybody's been talking about for 2 years. And you guys have finally like have it really working. So we had the SecOps agent for the SIM. that's running triage and investigation, pulling summaries together of every insight. If you're not a Sumo user, it's like when you're doing the correlation in the sim with all the alerts and everything, it's doing all the work for you and giving you a nice printout. And that's always, really useful. But we were shifting that over to Mobot, which is our, turn by turn, LLM helper agent guy and
Conversational interface. Yeah.
conversational. Yeah. And
I like a helper guy. That
I like
works as
helper
Helper
well.
guy.
guy.
I haven't
Yeah.
slept in a week, people. Um, and just showing like what you can do with a good foundation I was really impressed. Like I was on paternity for a lot of this work, so I got to see it like right kind of at the end, right? And I'm probably, I'm our just happy ray of sunshine at Sumo. I never say anything that presses anybody or is negative. And I was just blown away. But using that side of the house with all the data that we have is just, it's such a neat thing. Like I keep telling people you can't slap AI on crap and think it's going to fix it. But we had a good
Mhm.
platform before, and now basically it's just this massive force multiplier. So that part of the demos was really fun, like having Mobot run a full investigation and then do a post-mortem and then like give you suggestions on other things you should look for. And we had customers coming in that weren't the security side at all, that do deep database stuff and cloud things and observability. And we were actually thinking about like how are we going to meet up and explore this with like can Mobot go through and look for all the queries that are running at a slower rate than normal and categorize that and give us information on what we should be looking at? Like those are some of the customer questions, and I was like, yeah, it can, and people were just excited. So I don't know,
Yeah.
That's
felt
awesome.
good.
Yeah, so I'm with you. Like I'm often pretty skeptical just because like I've been in tech, like all of us have been in tech for long enough to be like, okay, seen it, is this really
Yeah.
working? Is this really whatever? But when we had our demo walkthrough with Jake, I was cringing at myself because I was like, wow. But like I hear it back and I'm like, ew, you're disgusting. Stop saying ooh and ah and wow. But it is like an ooh and ah experience, at least for me, especially the MCP stuff. Like, was
Yeah.
that exciting for people to see? I know, like, when we did all of our like press around reInvent, a lot of the media kind of latched on to the MCP and how that's the future. I'd love to kind of know if that was interesting to people on the show floor.
Yeah, so many people walked up to the booth and was like, I want to see this. And they're like, I don't care about security. I'm like, security is observability, observability is security. And
Go watch that episode for
Let's
anybody
start there.
listening.
I gave them my dad talk, they got that. And they were like, okay, okay, okay. But all the devs were so stoked with the demo we set up because Jake, again, Rockstar, uh, me and him hooked the MCP up to our IDEs right before we left. And as soon as we did that, both of us were like, okay, we got to do this as one of the demos to show. So we had it in a different window so we could just pull it up. And just to be able to be coding, hit an error or like thinking like I need logs for this. I don't really know how to build this function in this area because I don't know what it's going to interact with. And having Mobot in your IDE because you have the MCP running back and forth and just being able to pull logs, pull data, everything without jumping to a different tool was like people were like, this is the AI I wanted.
Right.
I
Yeah.
don't want to swivel to eight different things and
Query the tools that are available to you right there in the window. Like, I mean,
yeah. And
yeah.
it's Cursor and Copilot and Claude Code have done such a good job of having the agents have an understanding of your code base and the MCPs that are
Mm.
available. So it knows what you can do. And that was a really kind of fun thing because it made us look better than we could have even figured out the demo because we're sitting there and the agent's like giving us suggestions by reading the MCP tool list that's, loaded into it from Sumo. So it's like just another worker running Sumo. And
Yeah.
I had a couple instances where it did things that I didn't really like even think of. And the customer's like, "That's amazing." I was like, "Yeah, I just thought of it on the fly." It's just Cursor doing its thing, or Claude Code, or whichever one. I forgot what we were using. I use them
Yeah.
all.
Claude. Yep. Yeah.
But
It is cool in those times when like the output is so much greater than the input. Like you
yes,
asked just a very simple thing, or like or to your point, maybe you don't even know, but you just kind of like throw something out there, and then the MCPs work together to like it's like having a slightly more experienced coworker just sitting like right there with you who's
Yeah,
got
and
all that
sometimes it's
context.
you didn't even throw anything out there. It had
Yeah,
suggestions for you,
true,
which was
true.
just to
Yeah.
me that's like mind blowing because it's exactly what you said. It's like having a senior principal dev like sitting there and not judging you.
Right. Yeah, exactly. Well,
This
I
the help
mean,
without the side eye. The no
yeah,
AI is giving you side eye yet until they take over the world. For now,
I
you're
exactly.
know.
fine.
That was
Yeah.
always a problem in my past because I was an AppSec guy, so people thought I was a good developer. And like then they see me code and they're like, ew. I'm like, yeah, it's that bad.
Scoot over. Yeah.
The other thing with the MCP though that was really cool is I sat down with a couple of customers that were trying to figure out their strategy for how they wanted to work. And we talked it through and they were asking like, we want to build some internal agents and we want to be able to really customize how we use our tools. And Sumo was one of their big tools. We did all their logging, all their security, and then they had a couple of other tools they wanted it all to interact with. And I was like, man, if you're going that route, this is perfectly fine. Like they already used our API for a lot of stuff. They weren't in the GUI that much. I was like, build yourself a little app for your company that's like a workbench. And now you can pull in with MCP everything you need. Your agent's running and it has information from multiple tools, that fit their workflows. Because some of the stuff they did was very proprietary and they could,
Mm.
for certain reasons, they couldn't do a couple things certain ways that we would just normally be like, do it in Sumo. And everybody's use case is holistic. So it's just neat to see like we're moving past a lot of the roadblocks. Like we've talked internally a million times about federated search and where the industry is going with that kind of thing. I'm calling it right now. Federated search is dead. MCP has 100% replaced it. Every single big company there, I'd walk by and I'm like, "Do you guys have an MCP coming out?" Because I'm thinking it from a technical marketing, technical partnership point of view. Like, how are you and me, Adam, going to build some cool stuff that we're going to put out there with agents? It's like if all of our partners have MCPs, it's easy. I don't have to build APIs. I don't have to do anything stupid anymore. Like,
Yeah.
click the button, go.
The whole world, I mean, it really is just such a groundbreaking thing. I think that's why too, like it's so visually appealing for anyone that sees it. You immediately connect with like, oh, I see how this is working. Much more so to me than APIs. It's kind of like
Yeah.
MCP is the new API, quote unquote, but like MCPs go so much further, and it's like so much more powerful what you can do with them. So and like quickly, like really quickly.
Very quickly. Like, it's
And that
crazy.
That's something I wanted to ask about as well. So, Kui, our VP of engineering on the AI side of the house. He was actually invited by AWS to speak on a bunch of stages. Every
Yeah.
time they were like, "Can he speak?" I was like, "Every stage, all the
It's like I
time,
knew
no
about
problem."
two, I think, and it ended up being feeling like six or
It felt
seven.
like he was
Yeah.
everywhere. It was
Yeah.
one of those things. Well, it felt like we were just invited on a bunch of stages by AWS, which
We
thank you,
were.
AWS
Which
team.
was
If you're
great.
watching,
Yeah.
listening, we are
Yes.
so happy. Invite us anytime. It was amazing. Um, but it was so interesting what you say about like the MCP and all of that and the scale and the rapid kind of thing, because I think that was a big part of his talk, probably with Agent Core.
Yeah.
If I'm remembering, I don't know, they all blur together, but I think it was that one around kind of how everybody's making agents. Everybody's got their AI tooling at this point. And so MCP is kind of vital to say, okay, you can't just have like all these separate siloed agents or you're going to have more mess than you started off with. Like you really need that MCP to kind of pull it all together and have your agent talk to my agent and all that good stuff. So I don't know if anyone you talked to had kind of seen his talk or whatever, but like that just feels very like in keeping with what you're describing as well as just kind of that um that AWS building with them and all of that, it's really this vision for the future where all of our AI agents are talking to each other and using MCP.
Yeah, and a lot of it, like we built with Agent Core and with Nova too, or we previewed it or whatever. But so like a lot of our stuff was talking about those two things, and Kui just crushed it. He did a really good job of like breaking down bullet points of like, as he would put it, non-bullshit. Like just this is what it actually does, and we are doing this today, and this is how we got there, and like, it's important to hear that because you keep hearing from all these like I don't want to say non-technical
Mm.
CTOs, but that sure is what it feels like. They're like, we're changing the world, and this is our vision, and then you go to their booth and it's a Figma click through, and you're like, if you're really changing the world, like let's build it, you know? So it to me it was like proud dad movement moment, not for Kui, but like I feel like Sumo's tech is like our baby, you know? So it's
Yeah.
like it's up there and doing stuff, and I'm like, yeah, let's go. Like we're not liars. We're marketers and not liars. Let's
I love it. I love it because we've talked before on the show about AI washing. So
Mhm.
would you
plenty of
say
that.
it was another broad strokes, just put AI on the sign and hope for the best kind of
Every
vibe?
sign, every
Every
sign had AI.
Mhm.
Like, and I had like people that were me 4 years ago coming to the booth that were like, "Oh, you guys are agentic? Show me some
Show me.
agentic." And I'm like, "I will." I pull it up, and they're like, "Oh, damn, you guys actually built something."
That's for
And
real.
I was like, "Don't worry, I am you." And I go around and ask the same questions. The funny thing though is like there's still companies that are quite large that have AI on their banners. And when I would walk by, I'm like, "What are you guys doing?" Like, I work with AI at our company, and I love product. And what are you guys building? And they're like, "Well, this is mostly our machine learning." And I'm like, "Bro,
Come
just call
on.
it
Just
machine learning. Like,
just
you
lumped
didn't need to."
together. Yeah.
Yeah. Like if it's there's a lot of that. A lot of AI washing, a lot of fake demos. I'm sure they're building stuff in the back end. I'm not saying all these people aren't building it, but I think it's harder than people think to do it safely on an enterprise level. I saw a lot of those companies that are like, "We'll make your agents for you." And like from a security guy's perspective, I'm like, "Oh, really? Oh, really?"
I'm yeah. It's probably clear and okay for me to say that I'm biased towards Sumo Logic, but were there things from like an agent perspective that you saw that you're like, yeah, customers aren't going to adopt that. Like I think one of
Oh
the things
yeah.
about our agents is that they're super practical. They work with you. It's kind of like we
Yeah.
talked about, having a super version of you kind of sitting next to you. But there's stuff out there that's like, okay, that's too far, or people aren't gonna like kind of let that loose in their environment. Did you see any of that
Yeah, a
there?
lot of the ones I saw like that were just from my perspective just a bad idea. I
Hmm.
was gonna say stupid, but it's not a stupid idea. It's just that it wasn't thought through. Like they're just trying to get to market quickly, I think, and like
Yeah.
that's like I get it. Like it's scary out there. Like when you're walking around, everybody's trying to build and solve the same problems, and their marketing budget is the same as your ARR. Like you know, but there's like man, I saw some that just made my skin crawl from a security perspective, like the email agents that are going to go through and write your emails for you and have full autonomy of your email. Um,
Are you saying that's a bad thing, or
yes,
um
we will not
I'm
be doing
gonna
that at Sumo.
impersonate
I
Adam,
will
then
throw up.
finally he'll reply to me well, finally I'll check my email if an agent does it.
your agent will do it. Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
The funny thing is, you say that, and like the same kind of agent just harassed me this morning on LinkedIn.
Oh,
And I
great.
know as an agent because no one's stupid enough to send 22 messages one line at a time into my. I'm sitting there like reading to my kids this morning. It's like ding, 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 ding. I'm like, what is my LinkedIn going
What is going
nuts
on?
right now? And it's like one guy, with a very like he could probably be AI. It looks super fake. And then it was just ding, 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 ding. And I was like, oh, okay. So you set an agent up for your marketing. That didn't
Hmm.
work because I blocked you and your company, and I will never talk to you again.
You're either the most unaware human alive, or you're an agent with bad parameters.
Yeah.
Yeah, very bad parameters. Yeah,
And
someone
then
did not program that correctly.
the only other stuff that I saw that gave me like real pause, because I know where the industry's at. I'm building stuff on my own. Like I have a pretty deep understanding of where agents and where LLMs are. I saw some full autonomous stuff that I was like, I don't think this is smart. I don't think if like our strategy has been obviously, we're not training on customer data, and we are building human in the loop cycles. Like nothing is running fully decisional autonomous. I saw a couple people making claims about that, especially like kind of AI red team, blue team stuff.
Hmm.
And I'm like, bro, I have destroyed things doing red team exercises on accident. And
Yeah.
like an agent's going to be smarter than me. That's not really like a huge, monument to beat my 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 attack scenarios, but like I've also had agents in my IDE hallucinate and start screaming for 1,000 lines. So like, think if
Yeah.
that
What are
red
you
team,
doing to your
Yeah.
agents? I'm
I
a
press
little
everything pretty
concerned
hard
here.
over here. Um, but I was thinking like, think if we have a full autonomous with no human in the loop, no checkup, none of that, and it hits a database that's live and it
Yeah.
malfunctions. Like some of these guys need to pump the brakes, and maybe they're just full of crap. Like, because I didn't see any demos. It could just be like marketing, but like we need to like actually look. Agents still hallucinate, LLMs still hallucinate. We still have issues. Nothing's perfect, but the reality is, I think we're in the first time ever where the force multiplier is up so high that if you're not moving to agentic workflows, you're gonna fail. Like I really believe that. I said that 2 years ago at RVA Sec at the my AI talk, and I 100%. Oh, and I'm wearing the shirt. I'm
Ah.
100% like we're at that part. Like if you're not looking at your workflow and being like, what is some like menial task that I should not be working on, you
Yeah.
need to fix everything.
Yeah.
So I know obviously we talked about the AI washing, we talked about like the real demo stuff, but as someone who was not on the show floor, tell me about the gimmicks and the fun stuff. Like, did you
Mm,
pet any robots? Did
yes.
you adopt a puppy? I don't know. I feel like every year they have like fun stuff
Yeah.
on the show
So,
floor.
so I'm gonna start with us because we had the Clog game. A couple other
Oh, the
companies
claw
did.
machine. Nice.
Dude, claw machines are fun. And
They
like
are just
we
fun.
Yeah.
weren't being all crazy about it. We'd let people have multiple turns or whatever. But like people were winning stuff. I'd have to get in there every once in a while, like make it so it's easier to
Churn
grab. Yeah,
churn
churn
the
it all
pile a
up.
little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I was all about our claw machine. I'm just a dork though. I was like, this is epic. Next year I want to have like old video games on a big screen. That's what I was aiming
Yeah. Oh,
Nice.
for.
that'd be
Nice,
fun.
nice.
Yeah. But walking around like the booths are so crazy and expensive and like it's just kind of wild to see. Um my they had kind of everything you normally see, right? Like they give away all the different crap and but the one thing that I've seen it a couple times, I still think it's the best thing. Some guy got talking to it was cool too. They actually had their head of security at their booth instead of salespeople, which was fun because I actually had good conversation. But they gave me a Tide stick with their own branding on it, which
Nice.
was perfect because I'm a mess and always have some sort of stain on me. But I was like, we need to move more towards practical. Like, I don't need 1,500 pairs of socks. Everybody needs a squishy sumo. Like, I don't know where mine is. There's one up by the Ninja Turtles up there. Everybody needs a squishy sumo, but uh, I don't need like the 1,500 pair of socks. But like you said you love the glasses cleaners and like
I
stuff like
love glasses cleaners. Oh my gosh, when I'm
that.
traveling, I'm like, I want a snack that I can eat in my hotel room later. I want to clean
That's a
my
good
glasses. Like a protein bar or something like that, like a good one, or like a bag of popcorn or something like that. I want something that I can munch on because I'm always hungry at these events.
That reminded me, like I think the t-shirt printing things on the fly are stupid. Like this is
Mm.
huge line. It's like the shirt's gonna fall apart in a week. Like I don't get those. But one thing I did see that like was a booth next to us, and those guys were super cool. But they had during the day they had a full bar and they had
Oh,
cold brew on tap, nitro cold brew during the day. And
nice.
then
Oh,
like after 12 or after 2, it turned into a real bar and they had a bartender. So
that's
you go
nice.
get a
Nice.
drink anytime you wanted. You just had to like tag your thing. And I was like, that's actually super cool. I know they give away booze at those conferences, but it's all about their time and it's always like an inconvenient thing. It's like you're
Mm.
dying for a snack and you're staring at them and they're like, you can't touch that for 22 minutes. Like you can go to a booth and get like a snack and a nitro cold brew. Like I think that's the way to go. Like we
Yeah,
just need
I
to
agree.
make it
I would have a
more.
cold brew and a bag of popcorn. I swear, I went to one event. They were popping popcorn that smell
That's
wafted.
nice. Yeah.
Everyone descends on the popcorn
We need to
machine.
tell Daniel, who's our field marketing head, we need cold brew and kombucha on tap from our next conference.
We're not picky. I
I'm gonna pee
mean,
400 times, but it's gonna be worth it.
it's gonna be worth it.
We're like,
You're
where's
gonna
David?
He's in
you're
the
gonna
bathroom.
double the number of steps you take as you run to the bathroom all day, every day. I don't even want to ask how your feet are after
I
the
think I was averaging
conference.
8 miles a day.
I mean,
That's unreal.
it's
That's a
also
lot.
Vegas. It's
Well, and no
ridiculous.
one like I look big on camera. They don't understand that I'm super short. Like no one in our audience, Adam's a monster. He's huge. I'm 5'8" on a good day, like if I've been stretching. So like I have a short inseam.
Hey,
So
I'm with
eight,
you. I'm 5'5". Whenever they're like, "Oh, would you like to sit on a tall stool?" I'm like, "I cannot because I get the
I
dangly feet
cannot.
thing. Like, I
yeah.
can't. That's not happening."
But
So
like
I feel
eight
that.
miles for me is like 20 miles for Adam. Like
There
we
you go.
walk places together. His step is twice mine. I have a 28-inch inseam. Like it's
It's
not
only
working.
2 miles for me. It's
It's
okay.
really, it's no problem. Adam's
Yeah.
already there. He's already
Yeah,
made
that's
it.
right.
Next year we need a Sumo branded like Walmart scooter,
Ooh,
and
little
then I
bike
can
Segways.
just cruise
Segways for
around.
everyone.
Yeah, I'll just cruise around the Walmart scooter.
yeah,
That'll be
no
great.
ankles are safe.
Oh my
Yeah,
gosh.
just hit everybody.
Yeah. Ah.
Yeah.
Well,
You said robots though.
Yes, I did say
So
robots.
there were some
Were
new
there
robots.
robots?
Yeah. So like some of the big chip makers, NVIDIA was there, like those kind of companies. They had some robots. Amazon had some robots with a lot of its like AI, like kind of IoT areas. They had
yeah.
like it was a little set up different. They had like these big broad areas that wasn't necessarily companies. It was like ideas kind of. There was a humanoid robot that was like kind of creepy, and I was
My,
like, you're
real
like,
quick, my wife found one of those a couple of weeks ago. It's like a 500 a month subscription, and it'll like clean your house. And I've never seen her more serious about a technology purchase. Like it.
That makes
I'm
me feel like
serious
the
about that.
Jetsons. I would get that.
But then
Like,
my daughter was like, I cannot have that thing standing in the corner. Like
Oh.
that is not okay, you know.
My kids are young enough that they don't have a choice, and my poor wife had, well, we have 4 kids, so if I could buy her a robot right now, I will do it tomorrow.
what if the robot dogs could clean though? Then it would
No,
be
no,
less
no.
Ooh.
creepy.
So
Like,
this is the thing. Like everybody, oh, the Boston Dynamic dogs, they're so cool, and they no, they're not cool, and they're evil. And
you have a
I
fear of dogs,
no, I
David? Are
love
you
dogs. I love real dogs. And
okay?
the
Real
reason
talk.
though that I know these things are bad is because I read history. And they
Mm.
had like the dynamic dogs there, and they're like kicking them over, and then now they like move
Don't
differently, so
kick dogs.
Animal
their arms
cruelty.
will just like roll backwards, and it'll like stand up inverted, and you're like, okay, David dog. But everybody was there's like 40 people standing around, and I just can't help myself because I don't have that filter. But everybody was like, oh man, these are so cool, and I was like, and I just like, yeah, they look super fun till they're chasing you with flamethrowers. Like does not anybody else not have the terrifying vision of these chasing me down the street because I didn't pay my income taxes or something with a giant flamethrower? Is that just me? Like,
Well, just pay your
Yeah.
taxes, David.
Just
You
pay your
know,
God,
taxes. They bring those dogs to like my kids' school for like STEM day. Terrifying.
oh
terrifying.
yeah.
Terrifying.
Because they
Like
move
the kids,
backwards.
well, and the kids love it. The kids are like, this is so cool. And it's like, here's the SWAT team with their fake dog. And I'm like, guys, can we not? Like, can we please not have the creepy
This is
dog?
The
a
guy that
little
was
too
the like,
dystopian.
yeah.
Yeah.
Well, the guy that was like the handler when I shouted that out
The
gave me like,
handler.
he was like, leave the booth. He like
Yeah.
gave me that look,
Oh,
and we had one of our like senior sales engineers that works with all of our partners and stuff, and he was like losing his mind. He's like, dude, you're gonna get kicked out of the cool booth.
oh.
Be
I
quiet.
just want to play
Yeah.
with the robots, David.
Well, we can't talk about reInvent as sumos without talking about Sumo Slam Jam. So that huge party, it looked like a lot of fun. It was great to see our
That's
chief
the only
marketing
time I have
officer.
FOMO about not being
Yeah,
at
yeah.
reInvent. I'm like, I want to go to Slam Jam. That looks like fun.
It was
It's
fun to see
wild.
Liz out there, our chief marketing officer,
Taking on a
taking
sumo.
on a sumo. That's right.
Yeah.
That was cool.
Yeah, it was funny. It was I like the best seat in the house again. I keep sneaking into these little corners. So I got
I
to like
was like,
sit
yeah,
next.
David, send me a video. And it was like the corner of the mat,
I was sitting with
that
the
it was.
sumo wrestlers.
Yeah, that's
Of course
But
you
so
were. You
cool.
just blend right in, no
yeah,
problem. Like
I know. I love
hide behind them because you're little. Is that the
they just think I'm a
jam?
kid.
Yeah.
They're like, um but no, I mean Slam Jam's epic. It's
Yeah,
super fun because we get the community out. I don't know how many people they let us have in that club. I think a little over 2,000, but we have people waiting outside trying to get in.
amazing.
It's the
Yeah.
line is crazy. The line literally wraps through all of Caesars. And it's just it's super fun. The fights were really good this year. Like
Mm.
I got a few of them on video. I missed one, but like there was like some big throws. They had this new guy they haven't had before who was like a judo champion, so he's pretty
Oh,
dynamic. And then Yeah, it's super fun to because like for the first beginning hour we have some customers in there, and I love the chance to actually hear what's going on with customers. Like, I get to like work with the product team some, and I get to work, with sales some, but I'm not a product person. So like, I don't get to sit in on those calls all the time. And like, from a technologist standpoint, like I get really excited to hear what they're doing and where the
Yeah.
problems are and like how can we help. And then it goes into the fight and the drums, and it's super good. And then it turns into a big dance party. And I still think the only reason I'm in at Sumo Logic is because the only person who starts the dance party off with Liz is me.
There you go. Job security
Gotta
for
We
know your
usually
life.
have a
values.
It's
duet of
Yeah.
Ice
someone.
Ice Baby because both of us know the dance and every word.
There you
Right.
go. There you
Um,
go.
and there's just
Yep.
a bunch of sweaty dancing people with like that turns into a giant club rave thing, and
That's
feels
super
Okay,
very
cool.
weird in
that
Los
part is
Angeles.
probably when I'd Irish goodbye.
We
But
lost
I'd be
Zoe.
there. Yeah,
Yeah.
I'd be there for the sumos, and I'd be there for
Yeah,
the dancing, and then when it got too sweaty, I'd probably be like, okay,
it's such a fun thing though.
that sounds
Like
amazing.
I think it's one of the like events where people come up to me and they're, however long we've been doing it. We stopped a couple of years and brought it back. I have people come up all the time. They're like, that was the most fun I've had at a conference.
That's
Oh,
So I love
amazing.
nice.
that. It's
Yeah,
fun.
that's super cool.
That's fantastic.
So between the real AI that we brought, Kui and all of the AWS interactions, making it out alive from the robot dogs and Slam Jam, sounds like a good week.
It was a good week. And like, with the arms race that's kind of going on right now, like, um, I got excited for working here after that week, if that makes sense. Like, if you've
Nice.
worked at a place for a long time, you kind of go through ups and downs. You know everything that's going on. You see things. You see the hard and stretch, and things getting to there on time, things being behind, trying to get all this stuff going. And like, I like walked away, and I think all the like floor staff, like the sales engineers and me, walked away kind of like, dude, we're kind of killing it,
Yeah,
Nice.
good
So I
pump
don't
up
know.
week for sure.
Yeah, it felt good. It's, and I can't take as much credit because I was on paternity. I made you and Jake do most of the stuff. So
We should
I
call
just
it
get to enjoy the spoils.
should call it reinvigorate.
Yes.
Reinvigorate.
Yeah.
Yeah, there was some reinvigorating, except that someone from our sales team immediately already hit us up about RSA, and I was like,
It's not time
it's
yet.
not time.
Stop
Let me talk to you about
it.
the next
Not the
conference.
time.
I need to go build crap. I need to like do some,
Right. Yeah,
No,
that's
love
funny.
it.
Well, thank you all for this time. I really appreciate it, David. Thanks for bringing all of your insights from being there last week, and I hope you're getting some rest. I know
No.
that's
Put
yeah,
your feet up or something. I don't
always
know.
the hope, but yeah, awesome. Thank you, Zoe. Thanks, David. Thanks everyone for joining. We'll see you on the next episode.
Thanks so much. Bye.
Bye.